Alright, what is good? What is good? This is my presentation on music and traveling. So, let's start. So, some issues with traveling and music. Well, we're talking about music as in instruments. You know, we want to carry our gear with us. We want to bring your gear with us to travel because some of us love to travel, but we also love to practice our musical skills, with our instruments. And some might be fortunate if they like to play the harmonica. That's like you just put that in your pocket and you're good to go. You can go anywhere you want. Some of us just whistle. Some of us have a piccolo, whatever instrument, like portable instruments, you know. But what about those who want to bring their bigger instruments, things that actually might be a pain or a burden to carry with. To name a piano, guitar in some cases. Guitar is pretty portable. People can bring guitars, but some people it might not be feasible. Um, Other instruments. Uh, there's a bunch of instruments. Drums, for example. There's a ton of instruments out there that people can't really bring with them because of the sheer amount of weights they would have to carry and potential problems and money they would have to spend to bring these kind of instruments. So some of us don't have that luxury, right, to travel our instruments. We just want to travel like a normal human being. We're not trying to bring all these crazy instruments that are really heavy. Unless you're into electronic music and techno and house, and all you have is like a small electronic drum machine that's like you can throw in your backpack, then you're good. You can make music like that. But for those who play more like classical, jazz, you need like real instruments. It's not going to be as easy. So, like I said before, some of us don't have the luxury to bring our heavy instruments because we need to buy expensive cases to carry, travel cases. So that might not be feasible either. But there's potential solutions for this issue using mobile devices. And as we all know, we can use maps to locate accessible, or some solutions is we can use maps to locate accessible public instruments that are available to the public that people just have out, that you can just use. Like, for example, a drum kit. You can't really bring that with you. Or a piano. Depending on what kind of piano you want, you might be able to travel with it. But if you want like a real professional weighted key, even semi-weighted, that's a lot to travel with too. You can't really do that. So we can use photos. Here's my idea that I'm thinking. Kind of like a locator, like Find My, which is an app that Apple made to locate either phones, devices, AirPods, your friends and family. That has a way to locate those things, right? So what if we did the same, but with instruments, and you can use photos to verify that's been there, that it is there, and that you have it up. And not only that, it will have the dates, for example, to know when that was there, like what date that picture was taken, just so people know and get a sense of idea if it's still there. If it's from like 2015, maybe it's not there anymore. It's probably not going to be there if you're checking in 2023. But if you took it in 2023, it might still be there, and you can get directions, obviously like you use Google Maps for that to access these public instruments. So if someone knows where there's a piano that's open to the public, that can be helpful. Or a drum kit, or some studio that's open or something, that would be useful. So some iOS technologies that can help with this, as stated before, Google Maps and Apple Maps. I'm actually a fan of Google Maps because I use that way more, and I just like how it works compared to Apple Maps. You have camera and photos, so you can take a picture of the location or the accessible instrument, post it on Google Maps, and now people can locate that instrument. So what already has been done? Well, there's already locator apps in the phone that allows you to locate stuff. So you go to App Store, look up find my or locate, something like that. One of those keywords, locator, location, where is, whatever you want to type in. And there's probably going to be apps to look for these locations, right? And usually most location apps are for broad necessities, whatever it is. It's very broad usually, or very general. You can find stuff like that. Like I said before, Apple uses Find My app to locate family, friends, and Apple devices. So it's not. It's something that can be done because it's been done already, but it has not been done for something like this specifically, which is instruments and musical gear that is available to the public for those who love to travel but don't want to have to bring their whole instruments with them, their instruments of choice. It's too much work. And so that's an idea of this project. So some closing notes. I actually play piano. I love piano. I actually started on a Casio keyboard, which if you know anything about keyboards, a Casio keyboard is good for a beginner, a novice, because there's no weight to them. There's no velocity. So even you press the slightest bit, it's gonna play the same level of volume. Or if you hit it hard, it's still gonna be the same level of volume. There's no range or dynamic to it, and it's not weighted, meaning it's super light to the touch. It's not like you don't feel weight against it like a normal piano should be. Funny story. Funny story. I used to always use a Casio keyboard, and so one day I played piano somewhere, or I saw a piano, a real 88 key, fully weighted piano. And if you guys ever tried it, you guys would know how it feels. And I didn't know. I'm like, let me go try this piano out. And as soon as I tried it, my hands were super sluggish and slow because I've never practiced on a keyboard. My hands felt so slow, like I was not used to this weighted. So my playing was 5 times slower. And I was like, wow, I really need to get a keyboard that actually feels real. So right now I have an 88 key fully weighted keyboard, a Yamaha keyboard, and it's a digital piano, so it's 20 pounds compared to a real piano, which is I don't even know, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, The one I have is 80 key. It's not easy to travel with. It's doable if you're going in the States, but it's something I don't want to do, especially as me as a minimalist, very minimal. I'm not really trying to carry a whole piano with me. I just want to bring my backpack with my laptop and other things and one luggage. That's all I want. I don't want to have to lug around me this whole 88 key keyboard. That's just way too much work. So, and I can't just do a simple search, right? I can't just go on Google, where is a local piano around me? Likely nothing's gonna pop up. So having an app specific to instrument gear, be a bit more biased, maybe specifically piano, an accessible public piano. That way, for those who like to play piano and they're traveling around the world, whatnot, and they go, you know what, I really want to practice some piano right now. I've never played piano, I need to practice. You go in the app, put your location, and find a piano that's around you. Then you find one, you go there, awesome. And that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing to have for me and for those who are similar to me, who like traveling and who like piano. And it just works out perfectly with what I'm kind of envisioning. So yeah, that is it for this presentation that I have. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And yeah, that is it. Yeah, have a good one.